A plan was recently unveiled to construct a memorial honoring the 9 slain congregation members of the Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston. The design was created by architect Michael Arad, designer of the World Trade Center Memorial. During the design creation, he often met with victims' family members, survivors, and other members of the parish.
And the design had to come out of a process, out of getting to know the needs of this congregation and this community and having a dialogue. It was coming here many times, sitting in these pews, listening to the sermons, getting to know people. And it was out of those conversations that the design emerged. I'm not African American, I'm not Christian, I'm not native born. And so in many ways, there's so many things which would suggest a distance and a separation, but I think that through these conversations you find the opportunity to develop empathy and connection and understanding and shared values.
Arad hopes the memorial will elevate and sanctify the church and its grounds, which are currently surrounded by parking lots.
One of the first questions I struggled with was actually where the memorial would be rather than what it would be. And we had to look at the church and the church's grounds and understand where we could create a place that would be an appropriate setting for a memorial. And the first few months of working on this project were really dedicated to looking at the church, keeping the church at the center of everything that we did, but finding a way to elevate the church by treating the grounds that surrounding it in a different way, by framing them, by elevating them figuratively and saying, these grounds are sanctified. We were able to create a memorial court to the left of the church as you face it, and a survivor's garden to the right. That memorial court opens right onto Calhoun Street, which is really the public face of the church. It's where people came to after the attack. It became a public place. It became an impromptu memorial.
The courtyard includes 2 stone benches with high backs and a simple altar for prayer and meditation. A fountain inscribed with the names of the victims resides in the center of the courtyard. Water from a cross-shaped source will spill over the fountain basin and onto the inscriptions.
The survivor's garden is equally important. I think it has a different role than the memorial court. It's about the day-to-day life of the church. It's about the resiliency of the survivors, about the resiliency of the church. But that space is seen as a place where, children can play after service, where a wedding service might be held, where student groups might sit in a circle on the ground and talk to members of the church about the experiences that they had. So I thought it was very important to sort of bring those 2 different types of spaces to this effort. One that's dedicated to quiet reflection, to memory, and one that's more part of the day-to-day life of the church. It's a design that primarily relies on landscape cues, and being able to walk around Charleston to see the live oaks, the crepe myrtles, the lawns, the brick walls, the fig ivy, all of those elements, the wrought iron, are interpreted and made and are part of this design in a different way, but very much rooted in this material precedent of Charleston. What the church is doing is incredibly generous. It's providing a place for all of these people, all these pilgrims who are coming here, to feel connected to the history of what happened here, to the forgiveness and faith and mercy that was shown here.
Family members say they hope the memorial will bring people together to resolve their differences, reverse hate, end gun violence, and work toward justice with love and compassion.